the Milwaukee results are in. Chosen best in fishing is Milwaukee Offshore Fishing Charters. Relax on Lake Michigan's wide open water and enjoy a true fishing adventure. At Milwaukee Offshore Fishing Charters, we have fun and catch huge king salmon and trout. We use high-tech lures and equipment to ensure the most fish every trip. We have 3 custom fishing boats that can handle large groups. Children welcome. Call now, 414-553-9800, 414-553-9800, or visit us at MilwaukeeOffshoreFishing.com. Book now.
All right, welcome to the 2024 Derby City Classic here in Elizabeth, Indiana at the Caesars Southern Indiana facility, this wonderful facility. I'm Brian Hallelujah Hollenbeck, and in the booth with me, thank God we don't have the little guy in the booth. We actually have a special guest commentator with us, the one and only Matt Strong. Say hi, Matt.
Hey, how's it going?
So we are here for a 9-ball match between what was it?
Kali'i.
Oh, that's right. Kali'i from Hawaii, and Russell Cearley, and he is from Oregon. So the rules that they have in place, wow, that was a Kali'i. Nailed that one. So the 9-ball gets spotted on the spot, and they have to break from an abbreviated, you can kind of see it a little bit on the screen, it's an abbreviated box.
Oh, okay.
Little smaller than
so it's a little short diamond than normal diamond to diamond.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Race to 9, and it's winner break format. So, with that being said, Jeremy West and Matt, Jeremy West used to own a pool hall up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and that's where Matt primarily plays out of, as well as Dale. That's where we have our second booth up there at the Varsity Club. And they made the trip down here. You came last night, right?
Yeah. Yep, got in later last night.
Road's a little slick, but they made it. Good travels. It's always helpful. And we are on the rack of number 1. Matt's a fantastic rotational player, so I could probably just shut up and let you just go.
It depends on the day. Some days I'm great. Other days doesn't look like I've ever played before.
Oh, lost the cue ball a little bit, but did not scratch and did not make a ball.
Yeah, one of the things I've actually been changing up a little bit with my break is, typically you want to, squat the cue ball right there in the center of the table. Makes most sense for your next shot. But a lot of times what I found is when I squat that ball, the ball's coming around off the break. They come right through the middle, end up kicking the cue ball in.
Right.
So I've tried different methods of moving that cue ball around after the break, either straight back towards the the head rail,
Mm-hmm.
or to the side like that, and it actually helps as far as reducing the amount of times it gets kicked in.
Well, with the 9-ball on the spot and the abbreviated break box, you almost have to play
Yeah,
that cut,
right.
that cut break, if
Yeah.
you want to try to make that one ball on the side.
That's usually what you're going for, because
Yeah.
putting the 9 on the spot is going to keep those wing balls from going in automatically.
Correct.
And so typically when you have, the 1 ball on the spot, what the goal is to get those wing balls, and then you're trying to control that 1 ball for your first shot.
Yep.
And so when you're moving that up, that takes those away. And then you end up, really being forced to try to target that 1 ball in the side, and hopefully, getting a shot on that.
And you need to put a little spin on that to kind of spin it over to that side pocket.
Yep.
So Russell played a pretty nice safe here to start out this rack.
Yeah, the natural angle to this involves the side pocket. So
Correct.
he's going to have to either hit this a little long and firm to shorten up that angle to get the 1, or hit it before with English.
I think he's opting for after the side pocket. Yep.
Yep. So that's basically what he did. He hit that with pace, and that would
he-
shorten up that angle.
He hit that well.
Yeah, and doesn't look like there's a
I'm looking right
line
down
of
the
sight.
pad.
Yeah, you're
No,
looking right down the
I'm
barrel.
Right down. He can't see that ball. He can spin off the short rail.
Yeah.
And kick it from the backside, but the problem is he's got to hit that with some pace, because otherwise he's going to leave a shot for
Yeah.
Kalia. That's it.
Kali'i.
Kali'i.
Yep.
Yeah, and we now have a broken Dale for the rest of the time here because he
Yeah,
was,
he looked like he was in rough shape.
well, he was in the shower doing some funny business. I don't know what he was doing, but
It's there's certain things that's just best not to ask. Whatever happens.
I know you didn't ask, but I thought I'd
Right.
share.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know. I wasn't in there with him, but he apparently said
Again,
he was
way too much information.
he was doing something in there, and he moved his foot and threw his back out. So
Wow.
doesn't that sound a little weird?
Yeah, it really does. But again, it's one of those things, don't ask, don't tell
Yeah,
sort of thing.
I'm
So-
glad I was still sleeping when he was
so
doing
Russ-
that.
So Russell got a good hit there. Unfortunately, didn't end up getting safe back. So Kali'i is going to have looks like, for this game, really the first legitimate
Viable,
opportunity to get off and running here.
He's got to cut this so thin. I don't know. Do you think he can hold it, hit it soft enough to then hold it for the 2?
I don't think so. I think he's going to play between the 9 and the 8 and play for the 2 in the side.
He's got
or the
left
corner.
spin on it. He's putting
Yeah,
left
he does.
spin on it.
Yeah, he's trying to hold it. So he's trying to hold it instead of the 9 ball.
Oh, he did.
Yep.
He was able to.
Hit it good.
Yeah, he came a little higher than he wanted to,
Yeah.
but that's okay because the 3 ball is back down the other end of the table. So
Yeah.
come off that. He's gonna have to watch
Looks
the side
like
pocket.
looks like a scratch shot here. So
Mhm.
there's going to have to do a little manipulation to make that 2 in the corner and not scratch.
Just a little draw. Come off the long rail right before the 5 ball. Just come
Yeah.
back over.
Might be putting straight left on this to go straight to the rail. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Hit it great. That's a shot that he made it look really easy.
Mhm.
That's
But
a
it's-
tricky,
it's
very
not.
tricky shot because
Yep.
you have to put a lot of English on that. And that really throws the cue ball and the object ball. So definitely a tough shot that looks easy when you're watching.
Well, both those shots got him in
Yeah,
good shape
now
to
he's in real
get
good
on this
shape.
rack.
Yep. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, it
Made
looks like-
2 really tough shots, and then
Yeah, and then the easy one. That's
many
usually
times
how it
have you
goes,
done
right?
that?
Oh, what? Never. Oh, I don't think I can
thought
count that
was
high.
I thought I was the only one that did that. Man,
can't-
that's so easy, because those
Yeah.
hard shots you focus like crazy on,
Mhm.
and then you get those easier ones, and you think, oh, well, the hard part's done,
Yeah,
so
this
I
is
don't really
easy.
need to even try on this one, and then it goes into the rail.
Absolutely.
Well, looks like Russell's got a shot here. A tough shot to make, but I think, boy, I don't know. I think
I'd
he'd go
almost
for
rather
it here.
play us. Oh, you think he's gonna go for it? He's got him. This cue ball's gonna be flying though.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a
That's
pretty
possible,
easy
eh?
save to. Yeah. See, I would have rather played the safe there.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
bring that
the
3
way it
ball
worked
back
out
up.
for sure.
You have the 8 and the 9 and the 4 the 4 ball to hide behind. Just bring
Yeah.
that 3 ball back up and try to hide it there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would have been a good option too. That was one of those where I think personal preference really comes into play.
Right.
I don't think one's absolutely right or wrong.
And the thing about it is there are no jump cues here at Derby. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yep, no jump cues.
Okay.
So a lot of times, people forget that you can't use that jump cue.
Oh,
so
yeah, right.
play that safety that you
That's a
have to
good
kick
point.
it because so many people are so
Right.
used to using jump cues now that they could care less that they
Yeah.
just jump it, but you
Yeah,
can't
that's
use
a
them
good
here,
point. That would take me a little while to get used to.
right?
Yeah, this Klee, even on that 3 ball that he hit, just a ton of English on. He's
Mhm.
really using a lot of English on most of his shots.
Nice shot.
Yep.
Perfect. A little bit of angle to come off the short rail, come back up. He wants to leave a good angle on this 7 ball to get back down here for the 8 ball.
He's got some good distance to travel, so you want to make sure that you're not straight on it.
Mm-hmm.
Really, for most shape, straight in or on a rail is what you're trying to avoid.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, he's drawn. It's like he's drawn it to come off
like
the
I
side
said,
rail.
he was really using a lot of spin on every shot.
Well, he hit that well, but
Hit it great.
man, the draw is just so inconsistent. It's so unreliable,
But that's personal preference.
Right, exactly.
If you play it all the time, you probably get pretty good at
Yep.
it. But I agree with you. I definitely, from what I've seen among the top players, they make it look really easy. Is one thing. That's just because they're extremely talented. But
and they play this game
also, a big part of it is they take a lot of that ultra spin out of it, and they're just playing speed.
Yep.
And that just, I teach lessons, and that's one of the things that I keep going back to is less complicated is better.
Absolutely.
If you have ball in hand and you have the chance to play position on your next ball with draw or follow, always use follow.
Always.
Because it's hard to screw up follow.
He's in a tough spot right here. That ball's going to come straight towards the
Yeah,
9
it will.
unless he gives some spin on it.
Well,
And see that's,
Yeah, that spin really. And he was on the rail, too.
Yep.
With that cue ball. It makes such a huge difference.
Yes,
He was pretty
sir.
fortunate here, though. Really didn't leave much.
No, he came out of that pocket really good.
So what would you do here?
I would just come off the right side of the 8 and either put it in the center over to the right or try to get the cue ball behind the 9.
Yeah.
Leave him a bank or thin off it and get back to the other side of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really tricky, when you're shooting a ball that's full table.
He's
away.
going for it. And look at this.
Russell
Look at this.
likes
Look at
offense,
this.
and he drilled it.
I tell you what.
Good old
That's
9
ball.
Well, he still has to earn this last
Yes.
ball. He's got to bank it. It's a
Yes,
pretty
he
good
does.
bank. Pretty high percentage most would consider, but still got to make it. Finding his line here. And one of the advantages of banking cross side when you're playing 9 ball is if you miss it short, you could make it on the other side.
Yep.
Like he just did.
Except
just
he hit the
missed.
outer point.
He sure did. Yeah, don't think he's going to get another opportunity at this one.
He jumped out of his chair.
Yeah, he did. He really did. It's a race to 9, so each individual game, the longer a race, the less that each individual game, less of an impact it can have.
Yep.
But man, that first game is just huge.
It is.
Just always so much
calms
better
the
to get that
nerves.
first one.
Yep. Gets you a little bit more relaxed. But
Yep.
anyway, while we quick in between racks here, I'll put this up here to show you our sponsors and who we are thankful for. Inside Pool Magazine, Autumn Crucella and Tracy Lirma. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't even be here. So we thank them for giving us the opportunity to come here on behalf of them and record these matches. And also Eddie the Shine Altman for introducing us to those fine folks. We certainly appreciate everything you guys are allowing us to show you that we can do for you. And we will talk about the other ones here And a little bit. Kali'i with the break. See if he does the cut break here.
Yep, that's what he did last time. He didn't make a ball, though. You'd think he would try something a little different, maybe. Again, missed the one, but looks like the 4 ball's rolling in. Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't the 4. What was that?
7.
7? 7 ball.
7 ball, and it looks like he does. Let's see. Let's look
Boy,
at the
that's
over here.
close.
Does he have a shot at the 1?
Let me see the over. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got it. It's actually not too bad here. Fairly, I mean, just straight top.
Yep.
Go down rail, maybe a little bit of inside. Don't necessarily need inside. The hard part's just, threading the needle between the 2 and the 6. Just got to get that angle here. I don't think this is too complicated.
Short rail, long rail, and come down towards the 9 if you can.
Yep.
It looks like he's drawing it.
I don't know. I think just a little inside. Yeah, you're right. He did.
Wow.
Again, lots of English, but hey, he's making it work.
Hey, exactly. He's making it work.
All right, so he's got the 2, just float down for the 3. The 4's right there. Really, at this point, the tricky part of this rack is going to be getting from the 4 to the 5.
Yes, I agree. He's got natural shape here to just make this ball and come back up to the center table, almost where he's at right now. He'd like to come a little further than where he's at to not give that outside angle towards the 4 ball. See how he hits this one. He might.
Like he's putting some inside English.
So
on
he
it.
might be coming up towards the upper right hand pocket up there for this
he
3.
overhit this.
and
Unless
the
now
side.
he's playing the side.
That's actually a good shot.
Yeah, that's one thing that actually my game changes a lot playing on a diamond versus a valley.
Mm-hmm.
Because on a diamond, the biggest pocket on the table is the side pocket.
Yes, they are.
And that actually changes a lot of times. That's a perfect example here. Whereas on a valley, I would absolutely play that in the corner every time. But on a diamond, I would play in the side.
Yep. That's why, like we were watching banks. Most of the banks they go in the side pockets because they're so large from the center of the table.
Yep. Makes sense. All right, so here he's probably just going to nice little touch roll here. Get the ball in because he needs the angle on the 4. Hit that good.
Ooh,
So now
I
he's
think
just going. Now he's just going
he's
up
got
and
enough.
down. Could go straight up and down. I think it's probably safer to go 2 rails, and then come in, maybe get that 3rd rail behind the 8 ball, on the bottom of the screen there. Kind of go that direction. Just basically put left on it, but he's got
He's
draw
got
on it.
draw on this.
Well, he's going to do the 2 rail, just 1 rail. And it's
And it worked.
perfect.
Wow. He loves
Great
the draw.
shot.
Yeah, he
Great shot.
hit that. He hit that
You
well.
cannot argue with results.
Nope.
Yeah, now he's good.
Stun this straight out. He wants to make sure he definitely get. Oh,
my gosh, he did it again.
Yes, he
Did all the hard work and then missed the easy one.
He tried to cheat it a little bit too much to get it up.
Yeah.
I don't think he needed to
No, he
really get
didn't.
that far up.
Yeah, that's one thing I talk about too is don't let perfect get in the way of good
Mhm.
enough.
Absolutely.
He didn't have to get perfect there.
No.
Half that. I mean, the way he hit it, he got pretty much perfect on that 6 ball, but he didn't need to.
Right.
Half that distance would have been fine. It would have made that shot execution a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you pound those balls into the pocket, if they're not perfect, they're
On
not
a
going
diamond
in.
table, they are not going in.
Nope.
Valley table all day.
Yeah.
So Russell just has to be careful how hard he hits this. He's going to spin it. Oh, and he missed. See, he didn't allow the spin to take.
Yeah,
on that.
exactly. If he would have hit that at pocket, well, it didn't even need to be pocket speed, but just a lot slower pace.
Correct.
The English would have, would have taken him over. When you put English like that, extreme English, or even decent English, whatever you want to call it,
Can't hit it that
if
hard.
you hit it at pace, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
It does not take. It will take a minimum, maybe 10% of the
Right.
English will actually transfer to the rail.
And he didn't even allow the cue ball to turn a little bit either.
Right. All right. Well, Kali'i should be out here. Nothing significant here. Really, stop shot on this, and that'll give him the angle that he needs to just pocket the 8 and have natural position on the 9.
I say, don't try to cheat that at all.
Yeah.
Just do what
I
you
think he
did.
learned
there.
his lesson.
Yes, right. See, he's putting bottom. I think just top. Just
Yeah, I just think he plays.
He loves
His
that.
style
Yep.
is spinning the ball. And, there's a lot of great players that do that. I would say it's less common than some of the top players out there, but it doesn't mean you can't make it work.
Yeah, he likes
He's
that.
made,
the
he's
draw
made
drive.
some great shots.
Hmm?
I think it might have cost him on a couple, but for the most part, he's been doing well.
It cost him on a couple shots, but obviously now it hasn't cost him any games yet.
Yeah,
But when he
that's true.
gets, if he continues to go forward
Yeah.
and get to better players that aren't going to miss those other
Yeah.
shots, then it's going to cost him.
Yeah. And, it can also be jitters that first
Yeah,
game or two.
Absolutely. All right, 2-0 in favor of Kali.
Kali.
There you
There you
go. All right, we have another sponsor of ours is JP Shower. Dale usually talks about them, but Joe P. Shower, Riley P. Shower have been very instrumental in supporting us throughout not just this event, but other events that we have, like the Ronald McDonald House fundraiser, the Veteran Tournament. Douglas, is it Scott Douglas there? Or
I don't know offhand.
he's another individual there that, but has really been instrumental in helping us out with a lot of these. So we certainly appreciate their help. If you want a value cue that's at great value, but a phenomenal cue, take a look at P-Shark because they have some beautiful cues at very reasonable prices, and it's a great product. There's actually some professionals that actually play with a P-Shower.
One of the things that has always stuck out to me for P-Shower throughout the years is their eye for design. They have some of the most beautiful cues.
Yes, they do.
Even their more basic, lower level pricing cues are gorgeous.
But they look beautiful, yeah.
Right.
Matter of fact, Dale got one of those cues. They said, look, we'll give you an $800. He ordered one, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. I'm like, that's only $800?
Yeah.
Wow. It's just gorgeous. And we're actually raffling that off right now. He's in the process of selling spots for that cue
Oh, nice.
to help support in our endeavor down here with gas, rental car, food. So we certainly appreciate that very, very much. Drilled it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
Yeah.
ran into the backside of that 5.
Ball just floated over right in the way.
Get the chump cue out. Not.
Yeah, well, that's a great point because this is not a very difficult jump.
No. But it's a very difficult kick for most people because.
Especially if you're accustomed to jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Practice makes perfect, and if you don't practice those kick shots, which you do, sometimes you just have to kick. Sometimes you can't get over a ball consistently if you're real close. But if you're only practicing your kicks 1/10 of the amount,
Right.
it really leaves you rusty.
So he would like to just come off this rail, just rub the 2 and get that cue ball right over there is what I was talking about. But I didn't think, well, he got away
came
with
out
it.
Good.
I don't know if I would have hit it that hard, though.
Yeah, well, you might have sold out.
He
didn't.
Right, exactly. I probably would have.
I'm with you. I don't know if I would have hit it that hard. But, that's another thing to consider, too, is, a lot of the tournaments, lately have kind of transitioned from 9-ball to 10-ball.
Mm-hmm.
And you play 9-ball and 10-ball very differently.
Yes.
And for that reason. They say slap counts, and it does, but that can be, a certain amount of strategy because, on a shot like that, what are the the legitimate chances of pocketing it? Maybe 10%,
Right.
if you're lucky, as far as picking a pocket and truly pocketing that. So you're just
Swinging away.
almost hoping for a certain amount of luck.
Yeah.
That you're going to get. That's not a real controlled shot. So if you hit it, add some pace to it, you get a lot better chance of slapping a ball in.
Yep.
And it's not a bad strategy.
No, not
it
at
really
all.
isn't.
Wouldn't you rather come 2 rails past this 5-ball?
Yeah, I would for sure.
Because
that
he's
six,
trying-
that 6-ball is so far out
He's
there.
trying to Z-bank, and then he's got to hit this so hard to come back off that other rail. Whereas if you come down here past this 5-ball, come 2 rails, you at least hopefully get a good hit.
I might learn something.
Oh,
here.
wow. He actually.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Wow.
He seemed comfortable with that shot and hit it great.
He hit that. Yeah. Wow. He hit that really well. Nice. That was a great Z kick.
Yeah. He knows the Z kick better than we do.
Apparently. Hell yeah, he does.
Nice shot. And he was fortunate with the leaf.
Yes. That's part of the pool.
Russell really has not had many great opportunities here.
Oh.
He's been kicking at balls most of the time. He's been at the table, and some of them have been intentional and some haven't. So
Right.
it's a matter of not getting frustrated here and still trying to shoot with confidence.
Yep.
So just get a shot here. With his last shot, I would assume he's going to hit this with some pace.
Oh, there you go.
and
Uh-oh. Oh.
almost was fortunate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's sitting there. He's like, I am just not getting any rolls at all.
And he's right.
And he's right. And that's pool. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't.
That's a chance that you take when you release that cue ball, though.
Yes, sir.
Gives
Absolutely.
you a better chance of slapping a ball in, but definitely raises your potential to scratch. So Kali'i is in pretty good shape here. The rack itself isn't too complicated. The 2, 3, 4 are right there together. No shots does he really have to go up and down table with much for traffic. So I don't really see anything significant here that should keep him from getting out.
I think the biggest thing he just has to be concerned about is just probably the most of his worries is just getting the proper
Just the right side of the ball.
right side of the ball for the 4
Yep.
ball to get up for the 5. That's
agree.
probably about it.
Yeah, pretty basic, but you still got to do it.
And again,
See, the
he's
thing is-
drawn.
Yeah. Just turned it over a little bit.
Yep.
Good shot. Bridge adds a little bit of complexity, but if you're used to playing on a 9-footer, you should be fairly comfortable with the bridge,
Yeah.
unless you're 8 foot tall.
Right. Dale's definitely there.
Dale never touches a bridge, does he?
No. Hell, he's got to touch a bridge on a 6-foot valley table.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
All right, so a little inside English, comes straight back. He just doesn't want to come too far.
Yep. No, just make the ball
I
really
think
here. You should be able to make just most things work. Didn't want too much angle on that
Right.
5 because then the 8 comes into play.
Yep.
I think he just got far enough that he's still okay. A foot shorter there, and he definitely would have had much more of a difficult shot.
I would take some insight. I think he's going to draw this off the long rail.
What's he doing here? Wow.
Okay, so he did come back over.
Yeah.
I would have just put a little insight and come
Yeah,
up.
me too. No, he's where
He must play the
where he
draw
needs
so
to
much
be.
that he's comfortable
Yeah.
with, that he knows.
just personal preference.
Mhm.
He's in good shape. This is a difficult shot, though. Hit it good.
And he hit
Hit
that
it great.
really well.
Just don't get straight.
Yeah, get off on
Just
the
don't get
off
straight.
the rail.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so that's
did he
good.
get straight?
No, a little angle, straight-ish, I would say. Little angle. I think he's all right.
If he did get straight, as much as he draws,
Yeah,
he could
right.
probably just draw it straight back and come
Right.
back 2 rails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
what
what
he's doing.
He's got to stroke this one, though, and he did.
There you go. See?
Almost
Oh,
overstroked
too
it.
much. Too much. Oh.
Yeah, he's, boy, I don't know. He almost has to bank this.
Yeah, I would have to think so.
That's a real tough cut in the corner or the side, so. Yeah, it just needs to put a good stroke on it here. And oh, he's cutting in the side, and outer points got him. So Russell has his first good opportunity at the table here.
Yeah, finally has a straight-in shot.
Well, so just looking at making the ball here and getting on the board.
He's finally thinking to himself, thank God I finally get a shot.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's get that first one out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
Oh. Wow.
Added a little excitement
A
for
little
the
bit.
crowd. And Russell's on the board, 2-1.
All right, really quickly, get you over here again one more time to Milwaukee Offshore Fishing Charters, one of our sponsors. I bought a sponsorship package from us here to allow us to get down here. Mark Scafidi, who actually is down in the Milwaukee area, plays out of Sussex Bowl where I run leagues and tournaments. And, excuse me, he's got 3 boats. If you're ever in the Milwaukee area, live in Wisconsin, or even come into Wisconsin, call him up if you want a fun, exciting morning or afternoon fighting some great fish, the lake trout and salmon that come through our Great Lakes there. They are wonderful fighting fishes and a lot of fun.
I love doing charters. I've done
Isn't
a
it
handful
awesome?
of them. Great. So much fun. And then the thing is you know, they're actually really affordable.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is if you catch fish, you get to keep the
You
fish.
Take it home, yeah.
So you can pay, you know, salmon's not cheap.
No.
For anyone that's bought salmon at the grocery store, it's not cheap. So
Right.
you can pay for your trip.
So if you get, I think it's a group of, anything go?
No.
No, nothing went. You get 6 guys together, 6 girls together.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's
Very
what,
reasonable.
$690 or so. It's about $100 a
Yeah.
person. You go out, have a fun day on the lake.
Yeah.
You catch some fish and take it home. And then on top of it, if you call up Mark Scafidi and you book a charter with him, and you mentioned you saw this on Outer Point Streaming. You mentioned Outer Point Streaming. Once you book your charter and fulfill your charter, you're going to get a special gift from Mark Scafidi. So,
A special gift.
yes, we're not telling him what it is, but it'd be pretty cool. So
Is it Dale?
Oh, God, no. He keeps bringing up the bobbleheads, the cheese, the little whatever, the stale cheese bobbleheads or something, and tell him we're going to lose people from booking charters with that crap.
Well, Kali'i had a tough shot on that one ball, just about made it, rattled it a little bit, and was fortunate to get behind that 9 ball.
Yeah,
And if you saw before he sat down, he put his hand up. You know, typically players will acknowledge when they get, you know, just
a roll.
dumb
Yeah.
lucky like
Mhm.
that. You know, he didn't intend for that, but it happens.
It does.
You know, and it's kind of a mutual respect thing among other players where
Yep.
you at least acknowledge it that you got lucky. So
Right.
now Russ is at the table again, and he's hooked again. So he's had some rough luck so far. Made a good attempt there, but just came up a little bit short. So Kali'i is back at the table after missing a ball with ball in hand. So good
Yeah,
opportunity here. That 3 ball is a little tricky. 'Cause
Yeah, he's gonna have to
There's a
have three
combo there.
Yep.
It's not a gimme combo though.
No, because that 3 ball's going to be coming back up table
Yeah.
the way he's got to cut that. So he's got to play that correctly.
Yeah, normally, you know, if you got a straight combo, you try to leave that first ball that you hit at least close to the pocket or in line.
Right.
Whereas here, there's a little bit of an angle, so you gotta make sure you get the right angle for that combo, so you can get that second shot on that 3 ball. So
You know, I was going to say that was well played, but I tell you what, if he takes that ball down in the corner,
yeah,
that's going to be tough to get a good position.
I honestly, I mean, and it is the way he's looking at it. The line that he needs on that 3 ball for that combo to work is to almost shoot a stop shot here. He wants to keep that
Yeah.
cue ball in that same area.
Yep.
Because if he goes further down the table, that's going to make that a really tough combo, and that's what he ended up doing.
He did well with it.
Yeah. So he got the angle that he needs, but now you're shooting a combo that's 3/4 of a table away.
Correct.
Very doable. You know, these are great players, so you know these are going to be makeable shots. But just getting that shot, guaranteeing that shot on that 3 ball is tough at this distance.
What I like about this though is that if he just plays a stop shot here, he's going to roll forward. But that 3 ball is going to come up table, and the 4 ball is up here, so he wants to make sure that 3 ball comes straight back up the table. He double kissed it. It got a double kiss on that, so he's going to have to cut this 3 ball, which is
Yep.
doable.
At least he has something.
Right.
You know, I mean,
And I see this.
not optimal, but I
One,
mean, it's
two,
a
three.
tougher shot, but it's natural position too.
Yeah,
though.
3 rails back over to the other side of the table
Yep.
to get on the 4 ball.
Or even
He's
even
draw-
just 2.
He's drawing this.
Of course he is. He likes draw. What's those? Ooh. Andy scratch? No. Oh, and he got
Oh,
lucky
jeez.
again. You kidding me?
Russell puts his
is
hand
not
up.
happy. Understandable.
Every single
too.
time.
Jeez.
See,
That's brutal. That's the way it goes, though. And that's one of the more challenging parts of the game is no matter what happens, even if you get a bad roll, you have to come to the table with confidence, and it's hard to do.
It is.
When you get that bad roll over and over and over again.
You got to think at some point the pool guys are going to side with
and
you.
they usually do.
Yeah, they do.
But sometimes
maybe
they
it might be the
don't,
next
and
match.
It sucks
but
a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes,
so Russ has got basically a kick shot. I don't think he can even see the edge of that 3-ball.
Yeah, I don't think so either,
And
unfortunately.
so he's looking at a kick. He might have an opportunity. That I think that's what he's I don't know what he's looking at. Maybe
I wouldn't
trying
try to make that.
I wouldn't either. I think a kick safe here.
Yeah, bring the 3-ball up here in the lower right
and
corner.
try to put put that 6-ball between the cue ball and the 3. It's low percentage, but man, I don't know what else he has.
Nothing else he has. Yeah.
Because his.
Look at
maybe,
this.
Maybe
hey,
he got one
returned
back.
a favor, unless it scratches.
Don't say
Wouldn't
that out
be
loud.
right? Wouldn't that be the kick in the rear end?
Did you see that? I think he looked at the booth as you said that.
Did he?
I don't think on purpose, but it's like, don't you say that out loud. All right, so Russ finally gets a little reprieve here and gets safe on that kick shot. So good hit. So Kali'i is looking at measuring out a kick shot here. As you can see, that's a great way to measure exactly and find out where to hit on the side rail that you're kicking. Put your tip on the spot on the ball, or not quite on, but where it should be, or very close to it. And then put your finger on the rail where that is, and then when you draw it back, basically once that tip gets to the rail, where your finger is where you need to aim. I probably complicated that a lot more than it needed to be, but it really is a simple system.
And a lot of times it works.
Yeah. At least to hit, get a hit.
Yeah, right. Oh, look at this.
Made it.
Oh, and scratched.
Oh, there. This is the break that Russell's been waiting
Yes.
for. So now
He
the
jumped
key
out of his seat.
he did.
It's like, finally.
But now the key is to capitalize, because it's hard when you've been shooting defensively for the
Yeah.
entire match. I mean, it's only 3 games in, so, it's not like it's been 2 hours. But, the last 20 minutes, he's been just kicking at balls.
Yep. And with that 8 and 9 ball there, makes this a little tough to get back up here for the 7 ball.
Yeah,
You
he's
gotta
got to get straight-ish on
Yep.
that 6 ball.
Yep.
So that's what he's going to be looking for here. Just either, I would play this with top, and I actually would be shooting the 4 in the other corner.
Yeah.
So you're
come off the-
naturally,
yes.
because that way you're playing in the cone
Correct.
of the position that you want the entire time.
And
See, now he overhit that.
well, he
Was a little fortunate hitting
Yep.
that 9 ball, but if he would have played it in the other pocket,
Correct.
that overhitting wouldn't have been nearly the issue.
I totally agree with you 100%.
But regardless, he still has a very doable out here.
Yep.
6 ball is tougher than it needed to be, but still very makeable. And it's natural position. You might want to put a little bit of right on this to get a little further down table, but he needs a little angle on the 7, so it shouldn't be too complicated.
Yeah, and that's why I don't know if I'd put too much, because you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to get straight.
You don't want to get straight, and you don't want to chance that corner pocket coming into play.
Yep.
See, if you would have put a
And
little
he
more
got
right on
straight.
that, and he got straight. Just what he didn't want to
This
do.
he did to himself.
Yep. But again, like you were saying, sitting in your chair, and then
Yeah.
the only thing
Oh,
you're
it's
coming
tough.
up on is kicking
It's
at
tough
balls.
to come out and shoot loose.
Getting that speed back
Yep.
is tough.
That was so. There was a few players that I would play in the past where we'd get into the first few games of the match, and if they missed, even if there were 3 or 4 balls on the table, they would just swipe the rack,
Are you
basically
serious?
concede the game because they didn't want me to get out there and get
stroke,
loose.
yeah.
Get in stroke, because that's what you need. You need to shoot 3, 4, 5 balls,
Yeah.
and that
Really?
that keeps your arm loose, and it can be a strategy to just concede the game, especially on when they're going to get out,
Right.
and sometimes they'll do that as a strategy
I
just to
would-
keep you from getting loose.
I wouldn't do anything tricky here. I mean, unfortunately, you left yourself.
Yeah,
Okay, he
right.
didn't. I
And
thought
he
he was
did.
going to try to cheat it and
Yep.
try to blow that
Sometimes
out
you
of
just got to take the hard
there.
shot
You do.
Because if he loads that up with English, it becomes an extremely difficult shot. You're not even guaranteed a good shot on that next ball. And you can turn one hard shot into two hard shots. And you don't need to.
And not only that, you could jaw it and then leave it right in the pocket for an easy out for Kali.
Yep. So there's nothing complicated here as far as strategy. Just got to make the ball.
And that's all you want to do. Don't put any spin on it. Just make it.
No.
You have natural shape for the 9 in the side.
Man, this is a very tough ball to shoot off the rail too.
Yes, it is.
So just needs to make sure he hits center ball. Stroke it good.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't miss it by much, but
No, but he got fortunate with where he
did.
left it.
Yep. So it wasn't necessarily a sellout shot. It didn't give him a guaranteed loss here. Kali'i definitely needs to come with a shot here to win. So
Either come
we'll
with a
see
shot
what he
or
does.
come with a safe. One of the two.
Yeah. What kind of safe opportunities do you see here, Brian?
The only thing I really see is either bank the 8 ball back towards the 9 ball and get it down there near the pocket and put the cue ball in the upper right area there.
Try to put that 9 ball in
Yeah,
between
try to
them.
put the 9 ball in play.
Yeah.
Or if not, leave a hard shot. Just keep that cue ball down on that end rail down there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the 9 ball cuts off the bank back, the cut back bank into the corner. So really the only bank is going to the other corner.
I think
I don't think
Kali
he's
is
gonna
going
thin
for
cut.
this. Oh, no. He decided to...
That was a good
That's
shot.
not bad, yeah.
Yep.
And actually...
As long as that 8 ball stops, and
Yep.
it did. So there isn't a bank to the side available here without a double kiss.
Right.
So that definitely helps Kali'i. And
I'd call it, well, you don't have to call anything,
No.
but I'd bank it down towards the lower left corner down there.
Yeah.
Bring the cue ball back up over here.
with some
Hit it
right-hand-
hard enough
right-hand
so that
English.
it comes off. If you miss it, it comes off the round, comes back to the center of the table
Yep.
down there.
Yep, and if you miss it short.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause if you miss it long, that 8
Yep.
ball's coming right back to give him a good shot. So make sure that you're getting, if anything, short enough on this
Right.
shot, and he should be okay. It's still a very tough shot.
Yes, it is. Especially for us pool players that are just hobbyists at it.
Us mere mortals.
Yes. Yeah, kind of like that.
Yep. Very good shot.
Oh, he almost got the safe on the 9 too, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. If he would have got the 9 ball in the way, great. But even where he is now, it's fine. I would
Yes.
be very happy
Yep.
with this result after that shot. So now Kali'i has either the bank. The one thing on this shot that actually makes it a little easier save is
9 ball.
Yeah, that 9 ball that you can roll up behind.
Yep.
From this angle isn't too bad. Having to shoot full table adds some difficulty to it, but
He's trying to cut
gives him
this
another
ball.
opportunity.
He's trying to cut this ball.
Really? Thin cut?
Yeah, I'm looking right down his
Oh,
shaft.
yeah, you
He's
are.
trying to thin cut it.
Okay. Man, that'd be a phenomenal shot if he makes it. Oh, just a bit
And look at
outside.
this.
Gonna leave the same shot?
Oh, yep. Yeah, he left a shot, but
This might be a scratch shot, though.
looking at it from here, well, it's
That's
gonna
close.
it's gonna be close. If he puts any draw on it, it's definitely scratching.
Yeah.
If he makes it, he'll be fine because I'm looking straight down the pipe at it.
Yeah.
He will come to about that first diamond right there next
Yeah.
to the pocket.
It puts any pace on it, though. That cue ball's
Mhm.
going in the corner.
And I haven't really seen Russell hit something real soft yet. Have you?
I have not. So he's definitely going for the ball here. Yep.
Very well hit.
And it hit right where you said it would, at first diamond. Now,
Yeah,
he's got to do it
unfortunately-
again.
Right, and that's why
And I think this is a scratch shot.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
close. And that
I mean, they might hit a little high of that pocket, but man, it's
See
closer than I would feel
see that
comfortable with.
spot on the 9 ball? You see that little,
Mhm.
like if you look
Yeah.
at it on tape, see that
Yep.
little spot right
Yeah,
there?
I do.
That's where he's going to hit, and that tangent line is going right towards that pocket.
Right. Yeah. Man, if he gets out here, he earned it.
He's drawing this.
Yeah, he's got to.
I don't blame
He's
him.
got to.
But he's got to overcut
If
this
he
a
hits
little
this
bit,
with
though.
top, it's definitely going real close to that scratch.
Yep.
Well,
These back cut shots are always the toughest ones to make, especially with
This-
draw.
back cut shots are the reason that I switched over to my other aiming system,
CTE.
CTE.
Really?
Yep. It's because of this shot. Such a hard shot.
Wow, hit it
He
good.
hit it great.
Uh-oh.
He's good.
No, he's not.
No,
No,
Oh
he's
my
not
gosh,
good.
I
Oof.
didn't. Wow.
That's the one shot that I was, I forgot about that, but it's so common.
Yeah.
Now, technically, by rule, they're supposed to spot this 9 ball
Oh, right. That's what he's doing.
and actually hit the ball in. I think, Dale's just getting that spot off of there, but he's thinking, oh, he's coming over to tell me we got to spot it. He's not going to have him shoot it.
Yeah, he conceded. That's one of those things where it's
Yeah,
it's just
do you
an
really
insult to
want him
injury,
yeah.
because he's at this level. They're not missing a ball in hand spot shot. But rules are rules. Got to at
Yep.
least acknowledge it. Well, unfortunately for Russell, he made a great shot and lost.
Mm-hmm. But if he would have hit that just a little softer, little softer.
Yeah. I mean, I think he might have hit it a little, stroked it a little too good.
Mm-hmm.
That allowed to keep that cue ball high enough that when it came across, it was aiming right at that corner pocket. Regardless, he hit it exactly wrong for the scratch.
Yeah, I'm going to stretch my back. All right, I'm going to get up out of here for a second to stretch my legs out. The little guy's coming back in here, so I will be back in just a little bit.
All right, so Kali'i is breaking. He finally got that one ball in the corner, or in the side pocket. Hit it good. Seemed like hitting it with a little more pace seemed to do the difference. That's always the trick is, as you're breaking on a new table, you got to really figure it out again over and over. And so he's missed it the last few times, but there he finally got that one ball to fall. So he's off and running. He's got a decent shot on the 2 ball. A little tricky, but nothing too crazy hard. A player of his level, I'm sure, shouldn't have too much of a problem with it. Fortunately, it's pretty simple position to get on the 3. So basically just make the ball and roll up off the end rail. Hey, Dale. You got to turn your mic on.
What's going on, Matt, with 1T?
Oh, I am just having a good time here.
Is this your first time at Derby?
It is.
It is. Me too.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Me too.
I was really happy to be able to come down and make the trip. So, welcome to this match.
Yeah, if you haven't been to Derby before, if you're watching this match, as a pool player, this is, other than maybe the U.S. Open,
Yeah.
this is like the holy grail
Really is.
of pool tournaments.
For
I
sure.
mean, this is all the top pros are here. I shouldn't say that. A lot of the
Yeah.
top pros are here because there is going to be matchroom points that are
Yeah.
going to be awarded for some of the events. So this is good stuff.
And it's a tournament for the players.
It is.
One of the cool things about it, there's always lots of action going on. Different opportunities to play different players from all over the world. And, it's just fun to be able to see all the different, I haven't even seen all the rooms, but I've seen probably 5 or 6 different rooms already. There's
Yeah.
tables in all of them. So it's just cool to be able to see that and, be looking through the crowd. And, I was down on the lower level when we came in and, I was just kind of looking through the players and saw Sky Woodward there. And, it's just cool to be able to rub, as a player myself, I've been playing for, ever since I was a kid. So,
Are you serious?
yeah. So
Oh,
I've been playing since I was 5.
I didn't even know you played. That's weird.
Yeah, well,
how did
you
I
know,
not, how did I not know that?
You know, other people have said the same. You know,
Sure.
but it depends on the day. You know,
I get it.
sometimes I'm good, but
That
not so
just
much.
leaked out enough
Yeah.
for Russell.
that was almost a great shot. Like
Mhm.
it was a great idea. Just overhit it a little bit.
So Matt with 1T and I, we actually both play at the varsity club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So we've known each other for jeepers how long? It's been
It's
been a lot of years.
more than 1 decade.
Yeah, for sure. A couple of battles over the years. Not a lot.
absolutely.
I remember one at I think that was Wispa. I played against you in the state tournament, or whatever it was up in Green Bay, and I just played horrible.
Oh, at KI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You played extremely well.
Oh yeah.
Me not so much.
Oh well, great. Good for me. I like these stories. If you got any more, just bring them out.
So if you ever get to Wisconsin, I would highly recommend, if you haven't been there before, either the varsity club in Oshkosh or down in Beloit is the Carom Room. Mr. Dave Coles Jr., who is also here today. So
Dave's here.
he got here yesterday, and
Nice.
we chatted up quite a bit. And all us, and I know every pool player probably thinks a little differently about their state, and I don't blame them, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Wisconsin has some really good pool rooms.
We're really lucky.
Yep.
You know,
And there's
I
a lot
live
of 'em.
20 minutes from a varsity club that has, I think, 14 7-foot diamonds, 5 9-foot diamonds. Tyler Steyer and Margaret
House
play,
pros.
you know, are the house pros there. And man, I am I
We're
feel
blessed.
very lucky
Yeah, we're blessed.
as a player. So, all right, back to the match. Russell is
Trying to decide how he's going to get down to that four
yeah,
ball.
because that 4 ball really doesn't go anywhere easy.
I
You
think
know, it
he's
doesn't
going to
go
have to
by
get
the
down.
6.
He's going to have to get down to the short side.
Yeah, so I think he's playing safe here. He's putting draw on that ball, so he's going to try to get that cue ball behind the 7.
Uh-oh.
And he almost did.
And it's going to
if
go in.
that 3 ball falls, he's lucky that he didn't get behind that 7. No, he didn't, but there's a lane between that 6 ball and the end rail. I think makes this a very makeable shot for Kali'i.
Can he spin
So,
that? Can he spin it around?
I don't think he even needs to spin it. I think he can hit that center ball and he's good.
Between the rail and the 6.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there's plenty of room there. That's what he's looking at now. Yeah, I think this becomes a pretty high percentage shot as far as, you know, obviously making the ball, but getting a shot on that 4 ball. You know, this isn't a matter of just trying to pocket the ball and, you know, praying that you get a good shot on the 4. I think he should be able to, you know, put that cue ball at least somewhere close for that 4 ball after making the 3.
So you made a comment there that confuses me. When you said that, you know, instead of making the shot and then praying, is that not proper?
No,
Pool-
I think that's
pool?
what everybody does. You
Because
just-
that's how I play.
and close your eyes before you shoot.
Say a little prayer.
Yeah, from what I've heard, some people actually play position on purpose.
Get that is so weird.
I know. Bunch of weirdos. All right, so I don't know. He looked at that pretty close, and he's trying to kick this ball.
You know what?
I
Let's-
can't imagine
let's go
why
to
you
a-
would want a 2-rail kick this ball, but he
There's-
must not
there's-
like the
there's kind of the
rail
lane.
behind the 6.
Oh, well, when you play it like that, and then
Yeah,
Whoa.
I mean, it was a great shot, but what does he have now?
at 0,
Jeez.
I mean, literally,
That's
he
tough.
he cannot bank.
I mean, he
he
hit that
can-
2-rail perfect. Like,
Yep.
hit it perfect.
He can't kick at this
Right.
because the 8's in the way. Whatever. He's going to have to mass around. He can see an edge of it.
Yeah.
But if he wants to be aggressive and try to make it, he's got to jack up and mass around it.
Yeah.
Let's go to our side view and.
You with all your fancy angles.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And that.
Yeah.
Look at
and
what the maintenance people did for us. I mean,
Wow.
they have been so instrumental in helping us accomplish what we've got in this room. You know, having our logos and everything put
Yeah,
on
and
the,
it's
on
like
the
they
skirt.
it's
and
like they they slowly went from the lower left part of the screen up to right there.
Isn't that amazing?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How'd you do that, Dale?
Money talks, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Well, Kali'i got a hit, which was good. He may have played a little bit of a skip shot there because he hit it with some pace. Typically, if you're trying to masse a ball, if you hit it hard, that English doesn't take right away. So the pace that he hit that looks like it was tells me it was more of a skip shot than a masse. Got a good hit on it, and as this match has been going, I know you came in a few games in, but man, Russ has really been getting extremely unfortunate with his leaves. Every time Kali'i misses,
Yeah, and that's kind of what
he's
I've
been hooked.
noticed. He's not leaving Russell with pretty much
No.
anything.
I mean, Russell's had a couple opportunities that he hasn't completely capitalized on, but for the most part, it's been going Kali'i's way as far as those fortunate leaves go.
You know, by what you just said, Matt, I received some. Ooh, this might make the 6. No, gonna miss it outside there. Oh, yeah, see.
No.
I received some extremely sound advice from a pretty prominent player by the name of Mr. Tyler Steyer, not to be name dropping or anything. But he had mentioned too is, you know, when you talk about getting rolls and this guy got this roll, this
Yep.
guy got this roll, whatever.
Yep.
He very quickly reminded me of the fact that
Dude,
well,
you got your logo on his pants.
isn't that weird, right? He
That's
quickly
amazing.
he gave me some really sound advice.
Yeah.
And he says, "Do you remember that 4 ball that you missed in the second rack?" Like, oh yeah. If you hadn't done that, all of those rolls would have never happened.
Right?
It would have changed the entire outcome
Weird.
of the whole match. I'm like,
Yeah.
huh, that's pretty amazing advice.
So maybe you just need to get a little better and stop worrying about the rolls so much.
Which is my entire point. Yep.
I
Stop
agree.
complaining.
I agree 1,000%.
So
my
for
friend.
anybody that's watching this match, 1,000%.
All right, so it looks like he's got a safety opportunity here. Just trying to little touch shot. The cue ball's going to go 2 rails around. Get behind the 8 ball, hopefully. No, he played behind the 6 and hit it great.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tough hit for Russell.
Yeah, a big part of that shot, as far as the position that he's at now, is the fact that he touched that 6 ball a little bit with a 4 ball. If he would have hit that without hitting the 6 ball, I think it would have left a sliver of that 2 ball that he can hit directly. Now he's legitimately hooked. No jump cues.
Nope.
So
No. My
jumping is not an option.
my worst nightmare.
A big fan of the jump cue?
I can't play shape.
Well, yeah, that sucks.
How can I adjust the camera on the PTZ over there? I can't get to it. I can't get to the...
I call my jump cue the I can't play shape cue.
It's this one here. That's fine.
All right, so Russ here has really got a tough shot to get in and get a hit on that 2 ball. He could go 2 rails, end table off the end rail, and then off, the right rail there near the end rail. But man, with that 9 ball, it's really cutting off his angle there. So this is gonna be difficult to get at that 4 ball. As you can see from his body language, he doesn't like it either. Definitely tough. I think if he misses just the left side of that 6 ball with a ton of right-hand English, he might get it, but I think he's just rolling that 6 ball up on the 2, which isn't a bad strategy. Sometimes in games, you just have to acknowledge that you're not going to get a hit. And if you do that, then you can make a decision to do something to benefit you. What can I do to help myself here? And there, he just acknowledged, okay, I'm going to give up ball in hand. So given that, what he did was took the 6 ball and rolled it up on the 2. So when Kali'i gets ball in hand, he doesn't have a gimme out. And that's why, I mean, you can see by Kali'i's body language that he's looking at this. It's, it's kind of tough, kind of tricky, trying to figure out how, what he's going to do. It does not have a pocket for that 4 ball. Doesn't have a gimme safe. He might put the cue ball between the 6 and the 8 ball, hit that 2 ball straight on and try to either draw the cue ball back and roll it up on the back side of the 8 ball, or just try to get the 2 ball, 2 rails out of there and put the 8 ball in between the cue ball and the 2. That would probably be my decision, but let's see what he's thinking. So Russell just wanted to come up and take a look to see if that 6 ball is frozen, because for a legal shot, you have to, after you contact your object ball, any ball has to either go to a rail or go in. So if he's hitting this, really light to where he's rolling the 4 ball up and then freezing the cue ball behind that 6 ball, if the 6 ball is froze, then a different rail would have to have been contacted. Not frozen though, so it's not an issue. So looks like he just hit the high side of that 4 ball and tried to put the 8 in between the cue and the 4. Looks like he did that for the most part. I would guess that he can see a sliver of the left side of that 4 ball from where he's at, which helps a lot. Boy, that's close.
Yeah, I don't think he can't see an edge of that. He's gonna have to go.
I think he can. Oh boy, just a sliver. But I don't know, the way he's looking at it, he's looking at kicking past that 5. But yeah, it's close regardless. I mean, even if he can see it, it's not an easy shot. Just to thin it. And this is a shot sometimes that can be tricky visually, because when you get behind the cue ball as you're addressing the cue ball, cueing it up, typically, like if you're trying to use, just hit a thin, just trying to thin a ball, so just trying to hit the very edge of the ball, you kind of align the right side of the cue ball and you can't see it that well when it's up on the rail. So that can add a level of difficulty for it. But regardless, he tried to kick at it there. 2 rails. Just came up a little bit short. Or is that a little bit, Dale? What's the best way to say that? Oh, little cheddar. Came up a little cheddar. There, I like it. All right, so Kali'i with ball in hand. Pretty straightforward shot here. Just trying to hit that combo and leave that 4 ball right where the 6 ball is or close to it. That 4 ball leaked out on him. I don't think he wanted that much angle, but still doable. So now he just needs to pocket that ball with a little touch, control the cue ball so he gets a shot on the 5. Hit that with inside English.
That little rub on the... Sorry, my microphone is down quite a bit.
Hey, there it is.
There it is. That little rub on the 9 ball slowed the cue ball down there.
Yeah.
Gave him a shot
helped him
on the
out
5.
for sure. So one of the things that Brian and I were kind of seeing as we were watching the first few games here is Kali'i really shoots with a lot of English.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another shot there where he just loaded that up with inside English to play inside the 9. Still worked.
I think that can be dangerous on a
Can be.
9-footer,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, but he plays
good.
He plays a lot of English, but I mean, he's up 3-1. So,
And from being...
he's making it work and
Yeah.
playing well with it. He's hit some great shots with it, so.
And being from Hawaii, he should know English pretty well. It's the same language, right?
Weird.
As
It is?
Americans.
Wow.
It is, right?
Huh. I think so.
Yeah. I didn't know if that they spoke a different language. I'm not
No,
sure.
they probably do, but I think the main English there is English.
Sure.
Language is English.
You went to school where?
School? What do you mean?
All right. Well played. Well played.
All right. So made the 8 ball and has a shot on the 9. Unfortunately, got right on the rail. Still a makeable shot, but really adds some complexity when you're shooting off the rail like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
You talk about poor Russell. I mean, seriously, poor Russell.
No
Because
kidding.
he has gotten just bad roll after bad roll. And he's thinking to himself at some point, okay, this has to end. It has to end it. There's no way this continues.
I would have said that 2 games ago. There have been a lot of... So you're going to have to ask Tyler what he thinks about that.
Yeah, right.
This.
Shouldn't have missed that 4 ball in the second game.
Also, you notice what Kali is doing? He's putting the numbers straight up.
Oh,
he's
get out of
he's
here.
rotating the balls to where the numbers are always facing up.
That must be a tradition or something. And
Might be a luck thing.
Could be.
Pro
It's
players
working.
are very...
If it's a luck thing, it's really working.
I'm going to have to start trying that. For sure.
You know, speaking of school, I think I've told you I caddied at, and I hope this isn't too inappropriate, but our viewers are they're pretty liberal. But when you're talking
Great
about school,
break.
it just
Great
reminded me of one of the caddies that I worked with. He always he'd come out for the summer for his summer job and whatever, and then he'd go back to school and everything, you know, during the school year. But he ended up getting kicked off of our team. He couldn't caddy anymore because he got so much trouble. He was homeschooled, and he got caught sleeping with one of the teachers. So,
Wow, that's
tough. And
that really is.
I'm
So
sorry.
what kind of audience did you say that we
I-
had? None? Whatever audience we have is, we'd like to apologize for the things that have been said in the name of some kind of humor.
Hey, I apologized ahead of time. Does that not?
That's true, you did. Yeah, it doesn't. You're like no offense. You know, you can say whatever you want as long as you say no offense ahead of it.
Guess who I got up here tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning? 10. Tyler Steyer, Sky Woodward, and LJ Brisa. Hey, get the hell out of here! I thought they were playing tonight.
All right, so Russell has got an opportunity here. At least he's not hooked this time, but he's got a bank shot. That 4 ball might be in the way. I don't know if that bank shot even goes. It's tight. I think what he's looking at here is trying to get that cue ball behind that 9 ball. It's probably what I would be looking at. But let's see what he's thinking. He's looking at a 2 rail, maybe looking where the cue ball goes. Maybe looking to put the 2 ball behind the 9. I'm not really sure what direction he's going with. Let's see how he cues this up. Looks like a wizard out there with the 2 cues, the cue and the
Right.
the
No
rack.
doubt.
All right, so I personally would try to play safe here, roll the cue ball behind the 9, but I'm not sure what he's
Yeah,
going after.
You and I both.
No,
he went
that's
aggressive.
The angle he was looking at. I didn't know if he had that.
He went aggressive.
I think he
and
could have made that if he would have hit it a little more cheddar.
shorter. Sure.
Shorter, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well played.
Thanks. But he got safe. So he did not get unlucky.
Kalei is going to have to kick off the rail first and try to
I think this
kick
is
this in.
Yeah, I think this is a ball that you try to make, not just try to get a hit on.
For sure.
Hit high with higher on the rail with a little extra English that straightens things out and gives you a bigger pocket with that English, because as you're coming off the rail like that inside spin, or actually after it came off the rail, that would be outside spin. That makes pocketing that ball a little bit easier. So I'd say there's a pretty high high percentage pocketing rate here.
Yeah, makeability is about
No.
80%.
Even though it looks difficult. Yep, made the ball.
Uh-oh.
That looks like it's coming behind the 4.
Yeah.
Even if it gets out, he's got the 9. Yeah.
He
So he
can-
didn't get hooked behind the 4, but
He can get an edge of it, but I don't think he can pocket it.
He can get a good hit, but pocketing this ball is just not available from this angle. But man, the way he hit that 2-rail kick. The last time,
You never know. And it's not like things have not been going Kali'i's way.
right? Yeah,
You ever been to Hawaii?
I have. I've been fortunate. I've been there a couple times.
Nice.
You?
I have not. My wife is, so she still is a teacher in Hortonville. So every third year, I think, the band trip. So they do a band trip every year.
Oh,
And
nice.
every third year they go to Hawaii, to Pearl Harbor, and they play ukuleles down.
All right, so
what's the name? What's the name
he
of the
is
ship?
going the 2-rail kick here. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the ship there. This guy is. I do not see
He's a
2-rail.
kicking fool.
I do not see 2 rails well, and he has been dead on both opportunities here. Didn't make the ball, but got a good hit. Yeah, so your wife goes every 3 years, and you've never been?
Think of the name of the ship that's in Pearl Harbor that
I don't
they
remember
have
offhand.
the bubbling oil still bubbling up, whatever it is. But yeah, they go down to there and play. The band plays down there. It's pretty emotional.
Yeah, I can
Many
imagine.
many videos.
I can imagine.
Very cool.
All right, so Russell has a good opportunity here to play safe in my my thoughts here.
Your
I think
humble
this
opinion.
Is my
Yeah.
humble opinion.
I could not agree with your opinion more. I would pull this
Wow,
right
that,
behind
that
the
sounds
9.
nice when you say that.
Thank you.
That's really.
Thank you. Is it my voice?
You sound so smart when you say it.
Is it my soothing voice that does it, or is it something else?
No, it's got to be something else.
The only other reason I want to go to Hawaii is to, everybody talks about Mount Kamanawanalia. I've always wanted to see that.
I don't. Is that Hawaii?
It's
I thought
not.
that was at
What?
your local
Where is
bar.
that? No, they don't have mountains in your bar.
No?
I don't like this shot. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
it was
either.
too much of an angle, and the odds of getting shape on the 4
Right.
were
Yeah, it's tough.
not good. I mean, he turned out okay, but that was
Yeah.
unfortunate for him.
Yeah, to me,
Fortunate.
just hitting that 3 ball straight on with a little draw, you could have very easily drawn that cue ball up behind that 9 ball and left the 3 ball down table. Would have really put Kali'i in a tough spot. And this is no gimme. So Kali'i is not, in a. This is a bit of a tough spot too, but let's see what he does with it. Playing safe. No, leaked
Actually,
out. He's got a shot.
Did it sound like a little double kiss to you?
Yeah. It looked that way too.
Yeah.
The way the cue ball came off.
Kind of glanced off the cue ball twice.
All right, so Russell got another opportunity here. He's had some bad rolls earlier, but he's getting opportunities now, and he needs to start taking advantage.
Agreed. Can't keep blaming the bad
No.
rolls.
No,
You got
I don't.
chance here.
Right. Yep. But that also, presents that challenge is when you've been struggling to get a shot. When you finally get it, it's you can feel a little bit rusty. So, I missed it.
That was a little jabby,
Yeah.
a little pokey. All right,
All right.
cue ball behind the 8. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Both of these guys have been playing very offensively, though.
Has it been that bad?
Offense
think it was
versus
that bad.
defense.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I get it.
That's
So
see, the
I thought
same
you
word
meant-
can have different meanings, Dale.
I play pretty offensively. If you've ever seen it, folks.
Especially after a few beers.
No doubt. I'm already working on my 4th.
commentating is probably way more entertaining.
Then my
with
game.
a few
What are you trying to say?
beverages than your. I didn't ever said anything about your game.
I felt you were kind of implying that.
Well, jeez, I think
Sorry
that's a
for-
you problem.
Assuming.
Yeah.
I'd play the 9 here.
There you
gonna.
go.
He's gonna.
Now we're talking.
I'm telling you, he's gonna.
He's looking at it.
He's gonna ride the
I
9.
don't think he's riding the 9.
He's riding the 9.
That's what he's looking at, but I don't. Really?
He's riding the 9.
I mean, it's a fairly. You can if you can get the 3 ball on the end rail, it's a free swing.
He was riding
He
the 9.
sure was, and it cost him.
Maybe.
It might, it definitely has the potential to. Yeah, I don't know. That was. Sometimes you just gotta take a swing.
Whatever happened to that company? Because they came out with that, like the 90s, early 2000. Remember that they came out with the all kinds of T-shirts and apparel, whatever. Ride the 9.
Yeah. That was my license plates.
Are you
for
serious?
like- yeah,
Are you serious?
for like 10 years. Yeah, so my buddy John Kramer and we both got, I think they call them vanity plates, which,
Yeah.
Feels a little embarrassing, but probably is accurate. So I got Ride the 9 and he had Snap a 9.
Nice.
We both like to play rotation
Love
in
it.
college. So, all right. So Russell's in good shape here. Very makeable ball. Just got to roll forward.
Yeah, it looks like he works out.
Yep. So this might be that opportunity that he needs to loosen up that arm and get rolling.
Get in better shape. Mm-hmm. He's bouncy. He's very bouncy around the table.
Yeah. Which is
I like it.
Which
I like
is good
energy.
because he wasn't bouncing earlier. He's throwing his arms up in the air
And
wow.
that's the stuff.
That
That'll
you
kill
can't
you.
make that. You can't miss that ball.
Nope. That's hard to do.
That's brutal.
I could have done it, but it's hard for better
Yeah,
players to
I
do.
definitely could have, but
Well, he
we'll
was
see.
up and out of that shot before. I think he was
Yeah.
he was already moving his penny. You
Yeah.
know. That was dangerous.
it looks like he's. Is this? I'm not sure where this is in the tournament as far as brackets go. Is this both of their
Just the
first match?
Yep. Yep.
Well, that might make a little more sense as far as those uncharacteristic misses that we've been seeing. I don't know Russell well, but I mean, player that comes down to play in this tournament, I don't think that's a ball he misses very often.
Probably not. They don't use brackets at Derby. No, it's a big long
What did they
stream
just
of names.
line everybody up?
And yes. Did you ever see the scoring? It's pretty
no.
wild. It's pretty
Well,
wild.
I mean, I have, but I haven't. Like I said, this is my first time here, so I haven't paid. Like usually when I watch it at home, I just watch to see if there's any streaming matches that that seem interesting to watch. So I don't know if I really have followed the bracket in the past, especially if there isn't one. That would make it a lot harder.
It's kind of a bracket, but it's just a long list.
Actually,
of
Jeremy, you
players.
see, he's doing it again. See all the numbers?
You're right.
He puts the numbers straight up every time.
Whoa. That makes
Pool-
it. And
pool
look
players-
at how he just kind of.
Yeah, and they're facing
it's a
him.
waterfall.
They're facing him.
Yeah. It's like a
Yeah.
waterfall effect there.
He does that.
It
Pool
must.
players are a superstitious bunch.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, I wonder if that's
The
how
ones that I've met, anyway.
they recommend doing it in Hawaii.
It might be.
You never know.
Yeah. It's further down in relation to the equator, so maybe the balls roll better then. Well, the last couple
No,
times he's been able to get that 9 ball or the 1 ball on the side. Did not make the 1 ball, but was able to pocket the. Which one went down? The 2?
The two.
Yeah, 2's gone.
So in Hawaii, given that it is, and you made a very good point about being a little closer to the equator and everything, when they go in the pocket, don't they flush counterclockwise instead
Yeah, I
of
think they do. Yeah.
clockwise, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's just science.
That's
See,
and common sense. I would
people
think.
listening are not getting only some pool table commentary. They're getting some science too.
And education,
Right.
You know,
I mean, how much?
you're welcome.
How much smarter are these listeners going to be after they're done with this?
Without
match?
a doubt. You are welcome.
So much smarter.
And free. And we don't even charge for our stream. You know?
How mad would people be if they were paying for this? Or
think
happy?
I would
Or
think.
how much value would they have been getting?
I would think, honestly, out of 100 people that use, if they had to pay for like a membership or
Yeah,
pay for the
right,
stream,
right.
99 would be asking for a refund. my opinion.
Enthusiastically.
Yeah.
Hey, he rode the cash again. He was totally going 9-ball there. And missed it pretty bad. No offense, but yeah, that didn't.
No, none taken.
Wasn't. Well, I wasn't offensive to you. It was to him.
Oh, to him.
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense.
But yeah, so didn't come out too bad. Russell's got a shot here, but it's a tough shot. And hit it great.
Oh, sliced
Nice
it
shot.
like a banana
shot.
for a frappe in the morning.
Calling for that cue ball to slow down, and it is not.
That's
so.
Honestly, that's pretty rude of the 5-ball,
Yeah.
given the
What
circumstances.
business does that 5-ball have being right in the way?
This is missable. That's
It
very
is.
missable. Not today, but it was missable.
Yeah. See, the hard part is once you get out of shape, it's really hard to get back into shape. It seems like every shot it just gets worse.
My diet has failed me so many times. I'm telling you. You start and then you stop and then
your
you
body's
start
like,
and you stop.
no.
Right.
You are not getting skinny.
Yeah.
Not
And you're
gonna
right.
happen.
You know.
All right. So, jeez, came right into that 9-ball. Well, now he's in a pickle.
You know, and pickle. Now I'm hungry again.
Yeah.
So, you said that once you get out of shape too, because little cheddar it's a good thing. You know what? Actually, here, let's do this for all of our viewers.
Yeah.
We'll say hi to everybody.
Well,
there you are. Oh, and there's Mike Niver right.
Mike. Speaking of diets.
So
Yeah, I've got my own too here.
little cheddar really isn't that little anymore. So gotta lean a little bit more.
Man,
to that,
we missed a great shot
camera.
there.
Gosh,
Russell
darn
made
it.
a great shot on that 6-ball.
I apologize. I'm very sorry, people. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize for my face as well. My wife thinks I'm cute. That's the important
Well,
part.
she has to think that.
She doesn't have to.
She said I do.
Yeah, but that wasn't part of the vows.
What?
Through
I thought it was
sickness
through
and
uglier.
ugly wasn't part. Dude, I should have added that. Damn it.
Would have been a good idea.
All right, so he can see the 7-ball, obviously, but doesn't really have a home. To me, this is a pretty textbook safe, where you just hit the 7-ball almost straight on and just roll forward and roll the cue ball up on the backside of that 7 or the 8. I think that's what he's doing the way he's cueing this. I don't think he's trying to make a ball here. It's a touch safe, but pretty high percentage shot.
That's nice.
Hit it great. Hit it great.
This is going to be tough to hit.
It is. And this is the difference between a good and a great safe. A good safe puts you behind the ball solidly, but a great safe freezes you. All right, so Kali'i is looking at options here, and the options list is short, or cheddar.
Yep.
It's
Correct.
a cheddar list.
My nickname
Does
is Little
not-
Cheddar, but Little doesn't. I don't think it's a good reference anymore.
No?
My whole life I've been right around 150, 155 in the
Yeah.
last, I don't know, 3 years. And it is Lisa's fault. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
quite honestly.
Well,
if
that's
she
what
had,
she gets.
if she didn't cook as good as she does, I wouldn't be in this situation because now
well.
I'm pushing 170.
Very obviously her
70.
fault, I see.
Yeah.
All right,
175.
So Kali'i made a good hit there. Unfortunately, did not get safe back, and Russell has a pretty high percentage out here. All he's got to do is hit this with center ball.
Basically what you're thinking on this shot is put the cue ball right where it is right
Yeah.
now is
Yeah.
ideal.
Yep, just roll to the rail, come back out.
Just like that. Absolutely stunning.
You were really impressed by that.
I was. It's a shot I can't pull off.
No, center ball. Yeah, that is tough.
This is
It's tricky.
Here we go for a 5-2.
Yeah, there it is.
Russell Cearley.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name.
Cearley.
Actually, either one of these last names. I have no clue.
Chuberko.
Yeah? That sounds right.
Kali'i Chuberko.
You said it with confidence.
I did
So
because I asked him earlier. Because
yeah,
we didn't.
Good job.
Brian and I were like, is it Kelly? Is it
Oh yeah.
Kalai? Or
No,
we
the
didn't-
Hawaiian enunciation makes sense with Kali'i.
And that's what I said when I went out and asked. Because the last thing you want to do on a stream is butcher
Yeah,
somebody's
right,
name
Exactly.
and pass gas on the air. So
What?
and right.
How would they tell?
Our microphones
your
are
mic
set
is
pretty
all the way up by your face. Like you would really have to rip one to hear it on the mic.
Anywho, so
I
I
mean,
went.
that's
I went-
impressive.
I went and asked him, so I don't butcher your name on
Right.
the stream.
Yeah,
How
that's
do
a
you
good idea.
pronounce it? He's
That's a
like,
good idea.
Kali'i. Oh,
Yeah, they say
you're from
when we
Chilton,
went
aren't
to
you?
Chilton.
Yeah, Chilton, Wisconsin.
They said
Nice break.
Yeah.
Really nice break.
Yeah. Got a great shot on the one.
Russell's bouncy again.
He is.
He's
Yeah.
even got his name on the back of the shirt.
He sure does.
That's you don't get that unless you're a good player.
Is that how it works?
That's what I was
Well,
told. That's why everybody
That's
keeps.
why I don't have any names on or
and
shirts
that's
with
kind of
my
my
names on.
point. Is nobody
Yeah.
will put my name on my
Yeah,
shirt for
no,
me.
we can't do that. Sorry, we've seen you play before, and yeah, that's not
Right? They don't.
gonna work.
I've talked with Jam Up Apparel. I've
Yeah.
talked with Off the Rail Apparel. All of
Uh-huh.
them. And I'm sorry, Mr. Cheddar, but
Yeah, you're gonna have to raise your Fargo at least 100 points before we can do this.
it's understandable. I got a reputation to uphold, and I got mine.
All right, so Russ, I think is in good shape here. He can get some momentum going. Had a great break, good shot on the one, made the one. It's good position on the three. He's got to put a little inside English on this, but
Oh,
I
you
think
called
he's good.
You called it, Matt Strong.
And he did overhit it a little bit or underhit it because I think that four does go past the 6. That's
Mhm.
probably where he's going to end up putting this is in the corner pocket, which makes shape on the 5 a little tricky.
I think I would still try to cut this in and
Yeah.
and use either the
Yeah.
8 or the 9 as
On
a
these
stopper.
diamond tables, the side pocket is it's such a friendly
Yep.
pocket. They are
Yep.
the corner pockets are not nearly as friendly. So yeah, I don't know.
Either way, he's going to have to use one of those balls as a stopper.
Yeah, I agree. Looks like he is putting it in the corner, maybe. Yeah, the way he's lining it, putting it in the corner. Yeah, that was at the.
Uh-oh.
That's
look at
gonna
this kick.
leak
That might
over.
even,
No, it's just gonna cover the pocket.
it was actually in a position where it was unmakeable, and he got another little rub off another ball there.
Yep.
Still not the easiest shape on the 5 ball, though. That 9 and 6 loom rather large.
Yeah, they could get big for sure.
Big balls on a table
Honestly,
that's
for-
not all that great sometimes,
Yeah. For me, I would hit this with actually a little bit of left, and go all the way to the way the table's oriented on the screen here, the bottom of the screen.
3 rails on with the cue ball.
No, No, just basically leak off to the left side, and it would actually, so you end up with a thin cut on the 5.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
That way you don't have to thread it between the
Look
6
at this.
and the 9. Hit it good.
Actually had enough to run
Played
into the
into
6.
and that would most likely worked even if he missed the 6 at that speed. So, but obviously, as you can see here, that position is way better if he comes into the 6, which he did. So,
This one I would force 2 rails,
yeah.
like middle right or high right.
Yeah, I would hit this with left.
The expert commentary of Little Cheddar and Matt Strong.
Yeah.
Let's see who's right. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, well, I could also see that he's putting left on it, so.
Oh, that's not fair. That's horseshit.
See, you have these
See,
things
this-
they call eyes.
See, this is
All
the
you have to do
reason
is
I
use
wouldn't.
them.
I didn't want to. I would rather have the cue ball at the top,
At the top of what?
to the right of the 6 as you see
And
it.
go 2 rails
And
around.
just go one
You would have
rail.
scratched in the side.
Yeah, boy. I would have
Or the
scratched in the
corner.
side no matter what. I could scratch in the side from here.
I shot the same. I was having issues like if the 6 ball was on the rail and the cue ball had, let's say a 45-degree angle, 30-degree angle.
Sure.
I would scratch in the side every single time. So I shot a drill that actually Margaret Steyer has set up out on a website out there that has a bunch of drills, and I found it. I was like, this is the perfect drill for me because it was just all balls on the rail where you basically had to go back and forth and avoid the side pocket.
Yep.
I shot that same drill for 2 weeks, and now I don't scratch in the side anymore.
That's excellent.
Well, I wouldn't say anymore, but it's way less
a lot,
than it used
lot
to be.
less. Yeah.
All right, Kali'i has played. I think he played that rack really well.
Yep.
Nothing too crazy as far as moving the cue ball. Pretty simple, and ended up doing really well to get out there. Got a great shot on the 9 here, and moves to 6.
Wow, it's got loud in here. It's like we got a convention. Like I'm trying to think of good convention that they would probably have here at the hotel. I don't know. The knitting club event? No.
Knitting club. Yeah, those guys
No.
are crazy.
My God. Insane.
It doesn't get more crazy than knitters.
And knife makers.
Yeah. Those guys
You
are
know?
assholes.
Holy cow.
Gotta stay away from that.
They're not very
Yeah, the
sharp.
balls are all
They're
fixed.
not very sharp either.
What are you talking about? Yeah, the bad ones aren't.
That's my point.
Your
No,
point?
yeah.
Wow, you have got a lot of knife references here. I don't know if they're intentional. All the balls are facing. All the numbers on the balls are facing straight up again.
Let's do this from the top. Show our viewers.
Yep.
There, look at
He
that.
does that every time.
It's sexy to be honest.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, for somebody with a camera directly above the table, that's pretty nice. Great break. Did not make the 1 in the side, however, was able to drop the 2, 6, 7, 8. No. What ball did he make?
The 2.
4 ball?
The 2 is gone.
The 2 is. Yeah. All right. So he has a makeable shot on the 1. And he's got to hit this with a lot of English, so he's in great shape because
He works
spins
out.
the ball very well.
He works out.
So this definitely, I think, is a shot that he will most likely be comfortable with here. Little low left. Put a good stroke on it. 2 rails down. Get on the 3.
Little drag draw.
Drag draw.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
hit it good.
Very nicely done. I went to college with a guy that wanted to be a girl that used drag draw.
Wow, I did not see that go in that direction at all. Well done. Yeah, didn't see. They say that those one-liners, you need to not see them coming, and
You didn't.
that's definitely been the case thus far.
Excellent.
Well done.
Mission accomplished. Thank you. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you very little.
so he got right where he needs to be here. So,
Oh, overcut.
he thinned it.
And again,
And got safe.
I hate
Just
to say
a
it.
sellout shot and
It's
got safe again.
just killing Russell.
I mean,
But if Russell
it's
had
not the reason that Russell is down as bad as he is, because he's had opportunities.
that 6 ball that he missed in the side before,
But
or 5,
man,
that's
he's gotten a lot of
detrimental.
tough ones here. Gotta feel for the guy.
So if we haven't talked about our sponsors, I'd like to give a shout out to Autumn Gricella in California today, and she is the owner of Inside Pool Magazine, along with senior writer Tracy Lerma. Can't thank those two enough for everything that they have done for us already. And of course, we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for a man by the name of Eddie the Shine Altman, based in Florida, has been the reason why we go down to Villa Rica, Georgia every year for the Junior Nationals, which is coming up in March, so we'll see them down there. Anyway, that's Inside Pool Magazine. And Matt, do you know a whole lot about pea shower cues?
As far as
One of our sponsors. Let
I
me give you a
I
quick.
know they're gorgeous.
They are.
That's one of the things Brian had mentioned that a little bit earlier. And, yeah, that's one thing that I've always noticed with pea shower cues. Like, even their, middle of the road, a lot of times with most makers, you really have to get into that, higher echelon of price,
Mm-hmm.
$600, $800, $1,000 before you start getting, those intricate, really beautiful next level aesthetic looking cue. But pea shower, like, they're just, all of their cues are gorgeous. That's one thing that a lot of times if I'll see a cue before you get up to the point, where, or get close enough where you can see that maker's mark on it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually if it's a really nice looking cue, that's typically my first guess is
Yep.
pea shower.
Nice. So Joe Peashower and his son Riley Peashower have been extremely instrumental in helping us pay for our way down to Derby by giving us one of those absolutely gorgeous cues that Matt's talking about, which I have in my case, which is still got a couple of numbers left for the raffle. And, of course, for Mr. Steve Douglas, I cannot thank him enough, because for the last 3 years, he has been extremely instrumental in helping us out on our yearly Veterans Tournament and our Ronald McDonald House fundraiser as well. So, honestly, it is for the value of what you're paying, and believe me, it's not cheap at all. For what you're getting for the cue, what you're paying is, you cannot beat it. So, check out some pea shower cues on their website.
Can't go wrong with a pea shower, that's for sure.
Nope.
All right, so Kali'i is making
Uh-oh.
quick work
Uh-oh.
until
Uh-oh.
that side pocket jumped up and bit him.
That is
Wow. He
that
played
is a
rack great too.
major faux pas.
Wow. So instead of 7-2, it's 6-3. Even in a race to 9, one game can make, one game swing can really make a big difference.
Not sure what Kali'i is
Yeah,
talking
he
about
pointed
there.
out something. It must be that rack must have been a little off-centered. I'm not sure. He's coming up again, and I'm not sure exactly what he's looking at. Russell is not mad about it or anything.
No, he's
so,
laughing.
It's not a sharking issue or anything.
He's
Must have just been
giggling.
a clarification of some sort.
I think he wants us to come out and rack for him. thinking.
Can you reach the table?
I said, not on a 9-footer.
Yeah.
No, I got my. Did you see? I got my step stool underneath
Oh,
the
there it is.
table. Yeah.
That works.
All right. Let's
You did a really good job cleaning that 9-ball off, though. while
Oh,
were
thank
out
you.
there
It was
before.
hard to reach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the cleanest 9-ball I've seen in a long time.
You know, it's one of the pet peeves us, professional. Sorry, I can't even finish. I can't even finish.
You almost got through
I
it.
almost got it out.
You
I
really-
really,
that's
I tried.
right.
I tried.
It was right
Our
there.
professional
You
streamers.
should have hit mute before you started
Yeah,
laughing.
Yeah, professional streamers, pride themselves on our. We don't like dirty balls.
Yeah. No.
It's uncomfortable. It's because you look at it and I'm like, oh my God, why would you even play with a ball like
Right.
that?
That was dangerous.
That was
but
really dangerous.
It came out great.
I think I would have tried to get a little more angle on that.
Right.
Maybe get a little bit
Well,
closer
less,
to your
less
work.
opportunity to scratch there.
Yeah, less opportunity to rattle this one.
But one thing that I will say is I've questioned a fair amount of Kali's choices here, but almost every one of them that I've questioned has come out good.
Excellent. That's all
So
that matters.
you can't argue with results.
How do you play this one, Matt?
With this one, I think that window between the 7 and the 6 that he just pointed at there is big enough to. I would play that.
Play the 4 on the side.
How would you play it?
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because that gives him the right angle on the 4 to go
Which
down
to
table
get
and
to the
come back
5.
to the 5.
Yeah.
So I think this is just one of those times where you got to hit the window.
Just don't break it. Oh, he hit that really good.
Yeah, he sure did.
That's the angle he wanted.
The way that I've seen Kali'i stroking the ball, the cue for the last couple games, seems like he's starting to loosen up. Because the first few games, it was pretty obvious, and we had talked about, or I think Brian was in at that point, and we had
Nerves.
talked a little bit that it was pretty obvious that nerves were affecting, the first few games. But now it seems like he's starting to loosen up here, and I think Russell needs to get a couple wins before he starts loosening up, because he still seems a little bit tight. But man,
He
Kali hit
better
that
do
ball
it pretty
so good.
quick.
Yeah, Kali hit that ball perfect, right where he needs to be. Because the thing is he doesn't want an angle on this 5. Because a little bit of angle would have bumped the 6 and would have caused some problems. Because right now he just needs to draw back a little bit, and that'll give him the perfect angle that he needs on that 6 ball to slide over and get on the 7.
Oh yeah, you called it.
So
This is ideal.
yeah. And the thing is he can get all the way over to the rail and he's still fine. He doesn't need to get perfect on that 7 ball. Really anywhere on that side of the table, as long as he doesn't leak down below the 9, he's good.
Center pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten much smoother over
Yeah.
the last 5
Yeah.
games or so.
And you can tell how he's cueing it. You can just see that he's cueing with confidence.
Yeah. Much better finesse instead of beating the balls into the pocket. That doesn't work on a
No.
9-foot diamond. Finesse. It's just a pretty word to say.
Yeah.
Finesse.
It fits you.
Yeah. That's what
It
I use
really
on my
does.
hair. Finesse.
Finesse.
Was he going
Isn't
for
it
that pocket? Do you
Pantene?
think he was going for that pocket?
I do.
I think he was
I
going
really
for the
do.
side. Do you really? Yeah.
No, the way I don't know. He's just like I said. It seemed like that came out the way he was, with what he was going for.
Yeah, he's really hitting.
I mean,
it
even
well.
that shot alone, you can just see as they're striking the ball that whether they're hitting it with confidence.
And that's actually, it's one of the pool players' hardest shots is that forced follow.
Yeah.
If you need to get, and I guess saying hitting it with confidence is, or having a little bit firm instead of slow rolling the ball, which can cause all kinds of problems. hitting it direct, so there's no skid, there's no nothing, and getting it to roll forward 2 or 3 balls.
Yeah.
All right, we got a score of 7-3.
Yep. Let's look at those upturned numbers.
Let's do that.
There
Let's
they
use
are.
the vertical wipe, shall we?
There they are.
Wipe.
And the last 3 balls are just kind of shading back a little bit. He's got that down to an art.
I'm going to ask him after this match why he does that. I'm serious. I want to know the reason.
I'm sure it's a superstition thing.
Oh, for sure.
Pool players are very superstitious.
I wonder if his...
Boy, he hit that good.
Yeah. I bet you, like, Grandpa Weeky Leaky or,
Okay, there goes the rest of our listeners. I would like to apologize for the things that were said.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sure Grandpa was. I don't even remember what you said. Did you say anything after Grandpa?
No, you started
No?
laughing at me. I don't even understand why. It's not really very nice.
All right.
I'm sorry
so-
to all of you. It's one of the things that if you've never listened to Outer Point streaming before,
Right.
we enjoy having fun.
Yes.
If you're
That's
you're not having fun playing pool, please do something else. Serious.
So I play. I play league on Tuesday nights. Up in Appleton, Wisconsin, and the guy on one of the guys on my team, Dan.
Coppins?
He
Yep. Yeah.
He's got a saying that he says usually 2 or 3 times every night, and it's if I can't have fun, I'm not going.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
I love that reminder every week because this for a lot of us, this game is an obsession.
It's
you know?
not our career.
It's not just a hobby. Like we put a lot of time and effort into this game,
And money.
and it's and money, and it's easy to get frustrated and to get down on yourself or the game or whatever it is. But it's always good to have that reminder that hey, we're doing this for fun, and if we can't have fun, why are we doing it?
And Brian and I have talked about this repeatedly because I love listening to other streams. Actually, right there's Molina Mike.
Yep.
I need to talk with him a little bit later. But like Collins Newey, which is at Oscar Dominguez's place out in Sacramento. So I follow his stream, Post Up.
Okay.
And, I mean, that's where they were in the Brendan Crockett Memorial Tournament a couple of months ago.
That's
with
a big tournament.
Yeah, Shane Van Boning and Tyler were in the finals.
Okay.
And just commenting with him, I listen to other commentators, but it's not to critique what they do because that's not my job.
Mm-hmm.
As a fellow streamer, I'm the type of person where I want to learn from other streamers and what they do and what they say or whatever.
Absolutely.
It's about keeping it very professional, but there are times where you got to have fun.
Yeah.
You just got to enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
and we do that. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think the listeners appreciate that. I know I do. As far as when I listen to.
other streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are one of these days. You'll be funny.
Well, we work on it, and
Yeah.
we started out. So there's,
You definitely get an A for effort. I mean,
thank
you
you.
guys try hard.
Thank you. There's 4 other streams in Wisconsin right now, and right now we're ranked number 7. So
That's hard to do.
but we're moving up because we
Yeah.
started at number 8.
Yeah, that's
The other one went
amazing.
broke,
Yeah. Well,
ran out of money.
that happens. So Russell has been looking this over for a while now. He's got ball in hand, but is he trying for a 3 foul?
He's going to
I
play
think-
the
I think he
combo
is.
1-9 off the rail, off the 3, off the rail in the pocket.
I don't even want you to repeat that. So I'm not going to ask.
Look at this. That's
What? I don't even.
oh
I'm not
yeah. He didn't.
I
He
don't
didn't
know
get
what
what
he
he was
was.
looking for, and this is going to
Oh,
cost.
I know what he was doing.
He was trying to get behind the 9
Yeah, he was trying to get behind the 9.
and break it all up and get behind the 9, which I like
Yeah.
the shot. But you better
Yeah.
make sure you pull it off, because now you just sold out the game.
Yeah.
There's a really good chance he's not getting back to the table on this rack.
Yeah, personally, the way the 3 and the 7 were, I would have shot that 7 or the 1 in the corner, went 2 rails around behind, and then played safe on the next shot.
Good choice.
Because there would have been a really good opportunity to get, if he was on the back side of that 3 ball, to just roll it past the 7 and freeze on, or roll it past the 7 and then freeze the cue ball on the 7.
Wow. I'll be honest with you. I don't understand that shot that he just took. It turned out great. Don't get me wrong, but I
Yeah.
think I would have just slow rolled right
As
into
I
that
mentioned
7.
before, I've second guessed a handful of his decisions, but he's made them work. So, I mean, that's just a testament to all the different styles that there are. You know, That's-
Everybody sees the table different.
if somebody thinks that there's only one way to run a rack, you know, that's absolutely ridiculous.
One of
It's
the
kind of the beauty of the game.
One of the
you know.
greatest players that ever came out of Wisconsin, God rest him, Mr. Pete Hurd. I'll never forget it because I was playing against Larry Loomis, as a matter of fact, in at the Carom Room in Beloit, and we were
Mhm.
playing 9-ball. And Larry was just wham, bam, playing, and got lucky a couple of times, and I got angry. I was like, "Are you?" I slammed my fist on the table. I'm like, "Are you
I've never
serious?"
done that. I
No,
don't know what you're talking
I figured not. So this man
about.
behind me.
Khalid is really banging here.
So this man behind me, he just taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, "Hey, Dale, what are you so mad about?" I'm like, "He's getting lucky." He's like, "No. You got to remember one thing. He's trying to play his best game to beat you. He sees the table completely different than what you do when you're at the table,
Yep.
because everybody's different." And I'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And
It's a
from
great
that,
point.
yeah, from that day forward, I don't get mad anymore. It doesn't bother me like it used to, because I look at the player and they're playing their best game.
Yep.
They're playing pool how they know how to play pool, and if they get lucky, so be it. It's not like it's never happened to me.
Right, of course.
Anywho, enough philosophy. We've got Kali'i on the hill against Russell.
Yep, and Kali'i, if you've noticed, the last few breaks has been crushing the break.
Yeah.
Hitting it really well. So let's see how this one goes.
Oh,
Lost the cue ball.
Gone.
Cue ball 2 rails into the corner. And Russell has a great opportunity here. I mean, obviously, since Kali'i's on the hill, this is a do-or-die situation. But, the last few games, it's been to the point where he just needs to get into this match. And, obviously, you have to do it one game at a time. And just what he needs to do here. He needs to put together a run out. Or at least, a run to a solid safe. Can't lose control of the table here. Ouch. Yeah, he's struggling. So, Kali'i now has the opportunity to close it out. He probably can't see off camera there, but he took his towel and cleaned his cue off and
Started to unzip his case.
yeah, this is
Called his
this
wife.
is it.
Just
You
called
know.
his wife. Honey, I'm coming home. Not really. Maybe.
Hawaii? No, he's going to be here for a while yet. He's playing good.
I was talking about Russell.
Oh, Russell, yeah. Russell, oh, jeez.
And
We're,
yeah. Can he see through the 6 and the 7?
yeah, into the rail. He might be able to clip that with a little bit of right-hand English. All right, yeah, this is tough. He really doesn't have anything real solid as far as an angle in there, so he's just got to hit this with a lot of English. Which he did. He hit it good, but that cue ball's settling behind that 3 ball. Ouch. That's the hard part with those shots where you've got, you're going rail first, you're hitting it with a lot of pace and a lot of English. It is really tough to put that cue ball where you want it. So, made the ball, but unfortunately he can't see it directly. He can kick at it. It's a pretty high percentage kick, I believe, from where he's at. So, now it's just a matter of trying to get a solid hit, and probably going to hit it with some pace here because I don't see an obvious safe. So just going to get a good hit and hopefully something good happens. See what happens.
Wow. You got a hit.
Hit it good. But nothing going in, so Kali'i is back at the table here with another opportunity to close out the set.
I think your mom called.
Huh.
Oh, this is my phone. My
Weird.
mom called.
Yeah?
So.
What did she say?
I don't know. I'm in the middle of a match.
Oh, just called. Gotcha. All right, so Kali'i's got to make this ball a little right-hand English, come up between the 3 and the 8. Nope, went to the rail first, which is also a good option. Unfortunately, got straight.
Yeah.
Which, I think is still okay. I think he'll be able to draw that. This one, from the angle that I'm at, I can see, looking down the barrel of this one, that if he hits this good with draw, he'll be able to come back without hitting that 7.
Right between the 4 and the 5?
Yeah.
Whee! That'd be fun.
I think so.
I'd just stop it right there and bank the 4.
Bank the 4? Well,
Yeah. Because it's kind of a two-way shot.
Yeah, it is.
Use the 5 as a stopper.
I don't think that's a terrible idea, Dale.
Oh, you always say the sweetest things.
I really know how to compliment.
Yeah.
You know?
But, what,
And then he just pounds it with draw.
did you get me anything for Valentine's Day?
Yes?
Is that the right answer?
You tell me. What does it matter? Do I get something if I did? Otherwise, no.
Okay. No.
No?
No.
Okay, then no. I did not. Did you get anything for me?
I was going to.
Yeah, I was going to. Oh, until I told you I didn't get you anything?
Yeah. Or that you weren't going to.
Yeah.
They have a nice gift shop here.
They do?
Yeah.
I haven't seen hardly anything yet. I literally walked in. We saw a couple of rooms and came up here, and here I am. So,
Yeah. Mistake number 1.
yeah, that's true. So, I think he's going to play safe here. I think he's trying to hide that 4 ball behind the 5 and then try to get the cue ball down table.
Yep, that's what I would have done. Only
Yeah.
not quite this hard in the pocket. But
Oh, is that going straight in?
maybe a little bit.
Sure is. Yeah, I don't think he needed to hit at that much pace.
I
but
think I would have played that a little differently.
the one advantage of going down to the end rail there is that 6 and the 8, gives him lots of opportunity to hide it. Just unfortunate that he scratched. So, all right. Russell is at the table. Really, this is as it was last time.
Oh, it's do or die. Yeah, without a doubt.
For me, yeah, he needs to win, but he needs to get loose because he has not hit, he hasn't hit a gear yet. And it's just a matter of getting that back arm loose because it tightens up as you get right at the beginning of the match. You get down.
And
a
he's
score.
got to find something for his next match too.
Yeah.
If
right,
if not,
exactly.
it's going to be a very short weekend.
Yep.
Weekday. What day? What is? I don't even know what day it is anymore.
I think it's Wednesday.
We've been here for like 6 months.
That's amazing. I saw you in Oshkosh like
Do
2
you
weeks ago.
Do you have any idea what it's like spending 6 days with Brian Hollenbeck? Are you serious?
No.
In a
and
hotel room together?
Nor would I like to.
Don't blame you. I can give you some
He
details.
seems like a guy that probably starts to stink after a while, like, he looks like he takes showers, like he bathes regularly, but just something about him that
different kind of
stinks.
stink. Different,
I don't know. Can't say for sure. It just seems like that.
Oh, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So
He
played
sleeps like
the rack right, but when you're tight, just having this little extra angle can turn this into a really hard shot.
Yeah, you gotta pull out the I don't care stroke here.
Yeah.
Loosen up.
This is a very makeable
Oh,
shot, but
see,
you
this
can
is-
see it.
this
I
is
mean,
not
you can
good
see
already.
it. But I do like the fact that he's standing up.
Right.
Because how many times do you get down there and you feel that back arm tightening up, and you just shoot it anyway?
And you don't want to be thinking about the fact that,
Right.
oh my God, if I miss this, I
Yeah,
lose the match.
exactly.
You can't.
So get back up, regroup, chalk up, and execute. In the hole. Good job, Russell.
One more
This
to go.
could be it. This could be his comeback. He got out when he needed to there, so at least he got the ball rolling the right way here.
Seen stranger things happen.
That's for sure. This is step
I'm
one.
here with Brian for 10 days, so that's, like I said, stranger things.
Right. So, do you have like
Earplugs, yes.
tranquilizers that you use? Like,
Roofies.
roofie. Yeah, that's a classic. Classic option there. Does that work?
It has so far.
You're still here, so.
Yeah.
All right, look at this guy wrecking these balls with the numbers all over the place.
You know, it's ridiculous.
Amateur.
I mean, take some lessons from
Right.
Kali'i.
Yeah. Jeez.
Go to Hawaii for a week or something.
Yeah, that'll probably fix most things,
No doubt.
I would think. All right. Needs to get 4 to get even. Start with rack number 2 here on his comeback. Needs a good break. Hit him good. That cue ball is off to the races.
Yeah, I'd be firing at the 2-9 right now. Oh, the one's on the table. Never mind.
I would love it to see you shoot the 2-9 here. I had, funny story. I played Last Pocket tournament a couple of years ago. First match. I don't play a lot of Last Pocket.
No, that doesn't
8-ball.
exist anymore, I didn't
Right,
think.
Yeah. So, first match. It was funny because it was a doubles tournament over in Kiel. And I remember like having long conversations with my partner at the time that was about Last Pocket.
Just give me a first name.
Wilson.
That was your partner?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it was a good thing that Wilson was my partner because he dragged me through that tournament.
Last name starts with a D.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Exhibit A, our first game, we come down, and I got the 8-ball, is basically straight in the corner. The ball before the 8, I had shot in the opposite corner. So basically, anybody watching it, like, it would make sense that I would play it the way I did and then just bank the 8-ball, full table,
Sure.
back in that corner. Well, I just walked up and fired it in that corner that was in straight in front of me. And then
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I walked up to our opponents.
Please tell me you didn't shake their hand.
It was no, but I went to give him a fist bump, and it was Nate.
Mindham.
Yep.
Sure.
And I'm
Oops.
friends with Nate, and he was just giving me this blank stare, like, What are you doing?
Did you fall and
Are
hit your
you
head?
really that stupid? Yep, I sure was.
Sure.
So I went to give my opponent a fist bump for my win that was a loss. Because that's not a rack it up and, spot the 8 up and shoot it sort of thing.
It's a
No,
loss.
I put it in the wrong
Yeah,
pocket. So
That's good stuff.
you lose.
That's good
So,
stuff.
yeah, that was
All right, let's
one
talk
of the
about
dumber
what
things
this
I've done.
probably is going to end up
Yeah.
being the last rack. I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I mean,
I like
Russell
that story,
just
though.
isn't loosening up, and Kali is. I mean, he's stroking the ball, hitting the give ball wherever he wants here. So, yeah, he hit that really good. Like he's hitting the ball really well. So, I don't see any
no
any
glitch.
issues from this point out.
You get straight in on this 8, and it's a stop shot
Yeah.
for the win.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all he needed.
Yeah, he'll just go to the side rail, come back out, put the cue ball right where the 8 is. Straight in.
All right, Russell
And Russell concedes.
gives the 9 up to Kali'i. So, anywho, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. If you are tuning in on Inside Pool Magazine and you haven't already subscribed to their channel, please do that for us. We would greatly appreciate it. Even more, like it, share it, give it to your friends, steal their phones, subscribe to the channel for them.
Ooh, I like
you
that.
know, it works
Yeah.
great.
It's
That's how we
the
got all of our
subscribe for a friend program.
without a doubt.
Without their knowledge. That's even better.
Why do I keep getting these notifications?
Yeah.
Anyway, the same if you're watching this on Outer Point Streaming, which is our channel. We greatly appreciate you being here, first off. And if you're not a subscriber, please do that. And anyway, this is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and that gentleman over there that has been commentating is the one and only
Matt Strong.
Matt Strong of Strong Knives Incorporated.
Strong Knife Company.
Strong Knife Company. We got to get your logo on here, man.
That would be cool.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is going to be so viral. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next match. Peace out.